Hello, so today with a laser we're going to do a test to see if this can burn through any amount of Kevlar at all. So what I've got here is one of those police Kevlar panels. This one's sort of just a dirty old one that's out half a vest, so no use to me. And as you can see there, it's ballistic and stab rated. That normally means NIJ level 2 or 3A with ease, plus basic knife protection. How they work, you might be able to see there if I do that. There's lots of little layers of Kevlar and stab layers sort of all together. So I've drawn some black sort of squares on there. That's because the laser will burn better on black surfaces than light surfaces. So I'm going to use this flat like that, stabilized, so I'm not going to touch it once it's running other than pressing the shoot button, because obviously any shaking in your hands or whatever will minimize the effect of this. Kevlar is very, very heat resistant. I think you need to get to something like 400 Celsius or something before it. I can't remember if it's Fahrenheit or Celsius, but very hot before it burns, but that doesn't mean it won't necessarily burn a hole through it. So what we're going to do is, enough said, set that up on a flat surface, do a few little bursts, and see how many layers we get through or don't get through. Right, that looks pretty good. So that's the liner burning there. I might just stamp that out in a moment, but we'll see how much the liner burns, because obviously if your Kevlar vest is under a liner that's actually pretty flammable, that's not good, but that might be going out on its own. There's quite a lot of airborne little bits of stuff where that happened. Right, let's blast some more. See if I can get a better angle on that in a second. Right, hitting it again. Time for another burst. Right, I'm going to go stamp that out. Well, the top of the Kevlar doesn't look very good there at all, does it? I think we have actually burnt through a segment of it. So, yeah, Kevlar's pretty fire resistant, but not to a laser degree. I'll just hit that little bit there, cut away some of the liner and hit that bit again. Yeah, just a better view there. Right, let's hit it again. I don't think Kevlar's as fireproof as advertised against lasers, it would look like. Yeah, that's burning quite well. Just hit it a little bit more, then we'll see how much of a hole we've made in it. And my laser's now in its cooling off period, so a good time to check. It's basically to prevent you from damaging it. It goes into sort of a mode where you have to let it cool down. So let's see how big the hole is in there. That's still smouldering away well. And yeah, look at that. That has properly eaten through in a full circle some of the layers of Kevlar, sticking together a bit like glue. So I think that's actually burnt through quite a few layers there. Not gone all the way through, but it would certainly, you wouldn't want to be wearing that if you were set alight, especially if it wasn't in really fire retardant sort of clothing. So yeah, despite the fact that Kevlar is meant to be pretty fireproof, turns out a laser will set it alight. So there you go, quite interesting. I don't think this is going to fit into a short now, but that doesn't matter.